Well, I'm back at it again. A real car this time, not simulator stuff. Bloody hell, I'm knackered. Was up at 7 to come here and I didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning on that stupid simulator. God, it's me that's stupid, not that. Anyway, car's here. So I haven't really documented on YouTube, but I went to take it to Donington Park about 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago. And just as I was loading it on the truck, it went down on a couple of cylinders. Well, anyway, I traced the fault back to, in the end, I took the MX-5 there. It's all on video on YouTube. But once I got into this and diagnosed it, I found out that the person I bought this as a track car, but I've gone through it and made it my own over the last 2 years. And the fuel system isn't something I've really looked at, and it's always run bad, but it's cammed up, this is, so I thought that's why it ran bad low down. I don't do rolling roads or anything like that. I've got too many cars to be doing that. So once I started looking into what had happened, it had dropped injectors. It had dropped at least one injector, and another one was suspicious. It wasn't flowing properly. I bench tested it. So it wasn't just the injectors, the whole fuel system. I was going to do a video on it, but you know, I didn't want a fucking 20-minute video of me just shooting the guy down that I got this off and him seeing it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want him to end it on my behalf, giving him sleep. But this fuel system, fucking hell. A long story short, it was all plumbed wrong. This was a VTR car once upon a time, and they have a completely different fuel system to a VTS, like how it's rigged out through the car. So this has a VTS engine in. So what someone had done was, you have the fuel regulator at the back above the tank on a VTR, which the Shell is, and then on a VTS you have the fuel pressure regulator on the rail. Well, this had two fuel pressure regulators in the line, both plumbed into each other. They were looped into each other. One of them was a 3.5 bar, one of them was 3 bar, but then he had blanked off the return as well, so it was just getting 7 bar all the time. That's why it would run shite from, like, it wouldn't even idle. You couldn't idle this, you had to heel and tow it. The last 2 years I've been heeling and towing it, and I kept saying soon I'm going to put it on throttle bodies and it won't matter any of this. Well, still I'm going to put it on throttle bodies, but I think it's running mint now. It idles. I've redone the fuel line how it's supposed to be, or the fuel circuit, new injectors, new fuel lines, got it all mapped out properly so that you've got the correct pressure. And guess what? It idles now, and it pulls all the way down from 1500 RPM all the way up to 7000. I think 7.2 is where the rev limiter is. So but before that, you literally had a 4 grand. It would run like a dog up to 4 grand. So much on the sighting laps. You used to have to do the sighting laps at these tracks. I was wondering whether I was going to make it round. It was running that much of a dog. It looked like I was pissed, like, you know, or I was like some knobhead just revving the balls off it. But it's the only way you could keep it going. Soon as it hit 4 grand, it would be able to use the fuel it was getting, and it would clear and it would go. So today's really just a test. I'm at Curborough Sprint, if I didn't say. Yeah, Curborough Sprint today. I'm just going to go get breakfast. This is one of the tracks where, well, you get your breakfast at all the tracks, but this one, it's included in the price. I'm with a group called Curburgring, play on Nürburgring. So Curborough Sprint, Curburgring. If you search that on Facebook, you'll find this group that I've jumped on with today. But I can't remember how much it is. I don't want to, you know, it's a little over £100, and you get your breakfast and dinner included, and as much tea as you can drink and coffee, so you can't really say fairer than that. So yeah, that's Curburgring on Facebook. You're looking for Mark or Ian, they're the guys that run it. But yeah, I was going to go get breakfast, but basically I've just come and I'm going to see how this runs now on this fuel system, get a kind of, because I've got baseline settings for this track anyway, what it's like, so we'll see what it's like. So go get me breakfast, catch you later. Fucking hell, there's a Porsche smoking its bollocks here off in front of me. Well, steam or something. Looks fucked. I won't film it. I'll keep the guy's dignity. Anyway, car's off. Breakfast is there. Listen to that lumpy idle I told you about. That is the camp. but it didn't used to idle. It does now, albeit lumpy, but it just picks straight up, which is good. Let's get my foot through the gate. See, now there's no hesitation in it picking up, and it just goes back to this lumpy idle. That's how I'd expect some like rally duration cams to sound. So it was fueling that was the problem. Can't wait to run it. Oh, I just want to show you this quickly. Another thing I 3D printed. This is a roll cage mount for the GoPro, so I'm going to give that a go now. It's a bit scruffy how it printed, if you can see that, because it's printed out of ABS, which is super strong. We had a slight setting problem on the printer when I was doing it, so it's a bit ugly looking, but it is strong. So I'm going to try and bolt that to the car now and see what kind of footage that gives us. Well, I got the camera in anyway. I spent the first hour doing that, for fuck's sake, but it don't matter, because if you look there, it's a sprint course this, and you go on one at a time. That's the queue down there past that white E30. There's two cars in front of the E30 all the way down there. So that's the queue anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was just doing really. So let's have a look again. That's what we're looking at. That's not a bad view at all, but yeah, it took a bit of fiddling about that, putting a few different pieces together, and I 3D printed that one. 3D print that much stuff. I was showing you that one hadn't come out nice in a printer. I've got a duplicate one that I printed that I forgot about, which come out smooth as fuck. So I should have really fitted that one really, but never mind. That I'm printing one for each track car I have now and just leaving them in. So all you got to do is just mount the GoPro to it and you're off. These can all just stay in, but that's better than what we had. What we had before was that. It is where the pinch weld is, where the sunroof is. I drilled a little hole and put that mount on there. The problem was it was too high. It was like a bird's eye view. So let's see how we go. Just queuing to go on now. This is the only thing here, queuing to go on. But like, it's just full of Porsches, Ferraris and high-end BMWs. And then there's me and this sack of monkey shit. So oh, with my broke windscreen, which you need to get sorted. Fucking hell. There is a couple of guys here in them MX-5s keeping it real, but even they've got turbos and everything. They're not normal MX-5s. It's quite good this all day. We'll see how we go on anyway. Oh, it's just worth adding as well, the reason that we've got this big queue and nothing's moving is the track's been shut for half an hour while I've been doing this. The Porsche that I mentioned that's shat itself somehow, water pipes come off or something, it's dropped water all over the track and coolant, so they're cleaning that up. So, you know, this is just one of them things at track days. You spend a lot of time in the pit waiting while to clean things up. So yeah, bad news for that guy, but he's sorting himself out. The grass then. just dipped back in the pits because I wasn't happy with that idle, and I look at that, I forgot to put the fucking fuel in. I'll put that in next time. But there's my idle now. That's not bad at all. Sitting about 1200 RPM. Rally cams, that's where you're going to be. And it's got a little it's hunting alike a little bit, but not bad. Just a proper Escort here, Mark II, going out in front of me. It's nice. Well, it's not a dead pretty one, it's a proper rally one, but it's nice, if you know what I mean. It's got all the right gear on it and that. But yeah, should be a weapon. I've just let him go in front of me because that Porsche shit itself before. This fella put it in his fucking covered car trailer and took the guy home. So he's missed out on some track time, so we're letting him go ahead. Everyone's letting him get on there, knock himself out. I'm going to try and catch this track side shortly. Just broke for dinner. Well, I was heading for dinner 10 minutes early, because I'm known for mechanicking and stuff. Everyone comes to me when something goes wrong, and someone just asked me if I've got an MX-5 steel wheel, and then I see this over by the molehill, a stranded MX-5. I think it's gone round, because it's bad there, you do go round there, and broke the alloy. I'll find out, I'll let you know more after. But the people at that car there, I don't know what it's called, Ford thing, that's one of the organisers, and they're all just standing round looking at this, and track stopped again. So got a funny feeling he smashed his alloy going round. The perils of track days, eh? Whew. Well, I've just found out what's going on. He has indeed span it round and smashed the fucking alloy. So, well played. That takes some doing. But that's stranded on the track now. So it's dinner time, so one of the other organisers just come up to me. Most people who've turned up here today have just driven here. There's only two of us that have towed stuff in, I think. So, just asked me, do I have a trolley jack? Which I said yeah. I've just gone and took the trolley jack out there to it. So they're borrowing someone else's wheel off another MX-5, pop it on and get it off the track. So fucking takes some doing that, smashing alloy, but yeah, I've done it. Here comes that Mark II Escort. He's mowing the grass. Here's one of those Ferraris I was telling you about. Not got a clue what Ferrari is, because I don't know nothing about modern Ferraris really. Went around that corner, not so good. It's pushing on again like that Alfa Romeo was. Look at it. Loads of understeer. Oh no. Bit better that time. What the hell? You're not supposed to go around there. starting from up the top, some are up down the bottom, because this first corner here is a real leap of faith. A lot of them are opting out of that. I'm going to get back in my car in a minute. I'm going to go for it because I love it. Scare yourself witless on the Civic. Some good round here, no doubt. Carrying more speed than the Ferrari or the Porsche before it. Singing. See how it takes this corner. Oh wow. That's fast. If he was timing this, I'd say this is the fastest thing that's been around yet that I've seen. Maybe that M4's as fast, I don't know. This is fast. Watch this guy before, kill this. See if he does it again. He absolutely gained this before. He's what prompted me to come over here filming this guy. He's going to give it large there, isn't he? I knew it. He's going to do it again. Tyres are hot now, I'm dripping. But there is a bit of rain forecast later. Won't grate them, will it? It's going to be glorious. Here we go then. Fully pissing it down. I'm on semi-slicks. And I think they're overinflated as well, but we'll live and we'll be okay. I quite like the rain myself.